there, friends! In this video, we'll cover the full story of the First Descendant, a free-to-play looter-shooter developed by Nexon Korea. This is a world where humanity is on the brink of extinction, threatened by alien races. This is where the Descendants come in, superpowered individuals who are Earth's last hope. Players step into the shoes of these Descendants, each with their own unique abilities and playstyles. So what is the story behind this game? Well, let's find out. Universe and setting. The First Descendant takes place on a continent called Ingris. This setting serves as the battleground where humanity makes its last stand against two hostile forces, the Vulgus and the Colossi. The Vulgus are an advanced alien faction led by Karel. They invaded Ingris through dimensional gates, seeking a powerful energy source called the Ironheart. The Colossi are large, weaponized entities that also invaded Ingris. Like the Vulgus, they are also searching for the Ironheart. Both invading forces devastated Ingris in a single day. However, a faction of the Vulgus called the Magisters betrayed their legion and allied with humanity. The Magisters helped awaken a dormant power in human genes called Archaea, which gives humans special abilities to fight back. The player takes on the role of a Descendant, a human with awakened Archaea powers. As Descendants, they fight to protect Ingris from the Vulgus and Colossi invasions, continuing the mission of their ancestors who possessed similar powers in the past. The conflict is framed as an inevitable struggle between forces carrying out the missions left by their respective ancestors, the human Descendants, the Vulgus under Karel, and the Colossi following their predetermined commands. Now, in the First Descendant, players can choose from a roster of Descendants, each with their own unique abilities and backstories. So, although in this playthrough, we'll show the events from the perspective of Lepic, it could be any other Descendant as well. Got that? Good. Story. Let's now cover the story. The game opens with you and your fellow Descendants searching for one of 3 Ironhearts in what appears to be the last unexplored location, the Architect Ruins. Finding this Ironheart has been a long and difficult process, involving many soldiers. You express hope that the Ironheart is indeed in these ruins. Alpha, the team leader, emphasizes that while finding the Ironheart is crucial, retrieving it is equally important. Alpha also mentions that the Vulgus, the alien invaders, have set their sights on these ruins as well. The plan is to close the dimensional wall with the Ironheart, closing off the Vulgus invasion for good. After some exploring, at last you find the Ironheart inside a chamber. Bunny, one of your fellow Descendants, experiences a strange sensation. She feels as if the Ironheart is calling to her somehow. It seems there is a mysterious connection between the Descendants and these powerful artifacts. You also feel drawn to the Ironheart and reach for it. The force is overwhelming and your consciousness is taken to another dimension where you meet a new character, the Guide.
You're finally here.
This entity greets you, saying it has been waiting for you since the beginning. The Guide's presence and words imply that your arrival and actions might be part of some greater plan or prophecy. The Guide then initiates what it calls a connection procedure. It accesses your consciousness and connects itself to you. The Guide, it seems like, was created specifically to guide the Descendants, such as yourself. The Guide emphasizes the importance of the Ironheart, stating that it can help humanity.
We both need the Ironheart. I can help humanity. Descendant.
After this intense mental connection, there's a moment of confusion. You and Bunny are disoriented, asking, "Who was that?" Bunny confirms that she not only saw the Guide, but was also taken to a weird place. Afterwards, the situation escalates quickly. You and Bunny are face to face with Karel, the Vulgus leader. He grabs Bunny by the ears and rips out the Ironheart from her back. Ouch!
The time has finally come. Squirm, Ingris.
This creates an intense reaction that reverberates the world around them. This sends you and Bunny flying off the map. Of course, during this whole encounter with Karel, he deflects not only the bullets you shoot at him, but also the freaking missiles flying at his face. During the commotion, Karel manages to escape with the Ironheart. But lucky you, a Colossi, more specifically a Grave Walker, arrives. This is a giant robot with 6 legs. Alpha then informs you that the threat is weaker than normal and gives you the green light to engage. Great, just what we wanted, to engage with a missile-shooting Spidey. But you and Bunny managed to take it down and defeat it. Bunny reports to Alpha that the Ironheart has been stolen, admitting to a failed mission. This is a significant setback, given the importance of the Ironhearts. The gravity of the situation becomes clear as Alpha warns that if you don't find the other 2 Ironhearts before Karel does, the dimensional wall will be in danger. This raises the stakes considerably, because this could lead to catastrophic consequences for Ingris and humanity. Amidst this crisis, you report that you've made contact with a guide. You then superhero land at a station where the guide peers around the corner. She tells you that she has linked the Arche of the Descendants, which means she can appear wherever you are. This is when you question your sanity, since you are apparently the only one that can hear or see the guide. Well, that's awkward after you just told everyone about them. She asks for your help restoring her to completeness, so that in her words, she can help humanity.
I can appear wherever you may be. But I am incomplete. At present, only you, Descendant, can see or hear me. I need you to help me fully restore my system. Only then can I help humanity.
Just before you can decide if you are crazy or not, a new character, Marcus from the Investigative Corps, grabs your attention. He has orders to escort you to headquarters. Nell, another team member, is convinced that the guide is the key to helping them locate the Ironhearts, while Alpha is still skeptical. He thinks the guide could be a trap, like a parasite attached to their minds. I mean, can you blame him? The guide really could just be an imaginary friend for all they know. Since this worldly issue has been ongoing for so long, a lot of people are desperate to believe in anything. You get tired of hearing Nell and Alpha argue, so you leave the room while they work out their differences. Honestly, there wasn't much for you to do at HQ anyways. Meanwhile, the bad guy Karel is working with his underling Amon to prepare the Ironheart. He does some witchery, and voila, the Ironheart is ready to rebirth Karel's legion. It revives Alzarok. He's basically a super loyal guard for his army.
Rise, my warriors! Give your lives for Clipper! Stand at the vanguard for me, Alzarok. I will stand at the vanguard of the Legion.
The Ironheart isn't just good for his army, but he plans on using it to destroy the dimensional wall by reconfiguring its data. So, without further ado, Karel starts the data inversion. Everyone wants some Ironheart in their life, it seems. You make it to the second Ironheart location, and before you can retrieve it, Jeremy, another Descendant shows up. He tries to touch it, but is blasted away from it.
So this is what's gotten everybody so riled up.
He demands that you go seek reinforcements, but really his evil laugh once you leave tells us a different story. Apparently, Jeremy was never given orders to get the Ironheart. He is off the rails. Why are we so gullible?
So, it's just the two of us now.
In any case, an army shows up to the party and a whole bunch of Spidey bots. While Jeremy is trying to get away from the attackers, he approaches the Ironheart again and looks within it. Instead of a nice guide that connects to his consciousness is sent to a war zone of death. And his physical body is now in a real war zone of death as he has to fight the Spideys. Unfortunately for Jeremy, he gets a big hug from one of the Spidey bots and bam, no more left arm for him. Just then, Karel lands from the skies and he throws Jeremy off the cliff. That'll leave a mark. But darn it, this means you've lost another Ironheart to Karel. After a long search, you finally make it to the third Ironheart. With a crazy excavation machine in tow, you stand by and the Ironheart is blasted out of a floating protective orb. Oh, and did I mention, you are part of the excavation equipment. This is your moment to shine, oh yeah. Now that you have at least one of the Ironhearts, you hand it over at the fortress to seal the dimensional wall. The issue is that if you touch the wall, even a tiny bit, it reveals the location of Ingris. So now, with that and the flow of dimensional energy, the Colossi come crashing in. It's go time!
Watch it. It is my role to protect you.
Unfortunately, while you are trying to seal the wall, Karel is trying to destroy it. Since two Ironhearts are trying to achieve conflicting goals simultaneously, the wall is opening, which will lead the dimensional balance to collapse completely. So it's your job to contain the Ironheart. Your Arche, aka your mega arm of subconscious, starts pulling the energy from the Ironheart. This is pretty scary for you as you're not sure what is going to happen if you continue to transmit the energy. But thankfully, your totally real guide is standing by you to get you through it.
The energy is being sent somewhere. Descendant, the Ironheart is being absorbed into your subconscious arcade space. Take heart, Descendant. I am with you. The remaining energy is at 34%. The dimensional wall is stabilizing. Remaining energy at 21%. 16. You're almost there.
Wow, you are the Ironheart now. Well, maybe not, but all of its energy is now in the subconscious space of your Arca. This is where you originally met the guide. Well, the guide informs you that the energy can only be removed from your Arca once. So you guys have to be very strategic when it comes to destroying the Ironheart. One mess up and your Arca will not be able to survive. Everything starts collapsing down on you, and you are blasted into the void dimension when the Ironheart is destroyed. After realizing the Ironheart was destroyed, Karel retreats. Woohoo! Go home, buddy! This is only a minor celebration, though, because Karel still has two Ironhearts. The fight must continue until all Ironhearts are out of his grubby hands. Now we are floating through emptiness, my favorite. On the bright side, you still have the guide's voice to keep you company. She tells you that Ingris still needs you, despite no one being able to alter the balance of Ingris anymore.
Descendant, can you hear me? The Ironheart has been destroyed. Thank you for believing in me. Now no one can alter the balance of Ingris. However, Ingris still needs you.
Arge signal detected in the void dimension.
In the final moments, we see your eyes pop open and ready for transmission. Yay! Save us from the void. But I guess we'll have to wait for more campaigns or a sequel to find out how this all ends. And that brings us to the current end of The First Descendant. We'll keep our eyes peeled to see how the story continues. In the meantime, remember to like the video, subscribe if you loved it, and let me know in the comments what other games you would like me to cover next. See ya!